Hey guys, welcome back to RHR Jen. I'm so glad you're here, guys. I have such a good show for you today. We are going deeper into that Bloomberg interview. Now, in case you missed it, in my very last episode, I went through and I broke down how ridiculous that interview is. If you watch no other video of mine, go watch this because I really dove in, went through some of her questions, her answers, and just explained why it's complete lunacy what is going on with Meghan in this interview. So go check that out. Well, today I want to talk about the comments and the fallout from this because it is unbelievable. Not only is Bloomberg terrible at interviews, they are terrible at reading the room and they've left the comments open. So we're going to take a look and have some laughs at that. Again, if you're new here, I'm Jen. Welcome. Make sure you're subscribed. Hit the thumbs up. Leave me comments as all of those helps YouTube to recommend my videos. I sincerely appreciate it. Also, if you're new here, I have my second channel. It's called Goose Adventures. That's where I'm detailing how I've recently lost 140 pounds. That's right. My befores, my afters, what I ate, what I did, all that stuff. Check that out. Now let's dive into this because I'm dying to talk about this with you all. First of all, thank you. Thank you for keeping me sane. I love the last video I did. I really had a good time with it. Broke it all down. I felt very strongly and very passionately about it. And I feel like I was sticking up for the royal family again. And you know how much that means to me, especially our Catherine. I love her. So thank you for your love and support. Again, go watch that. If you didn't already, I'll try to remember to link it in at the end of this video. So that way, if you haven't seen it, you can go right over and see it. But in the meantime, I have the comments open and ready to go. And in case you're like, what interview are you talking about? Meghan did this interview for Bloomberg. It was with Emily Chang and it's called The Circuit. You can find it right here on YouTube. It is the most, I just don't even know how to, it's the most surreal experience watching this thing. Meghan showed her true colors in so many ways and what a petty, awful, just petulant, spoiled brat she is. Again, I break it all down, so I'm not going to go back over all that. I just wanted to tell you in case you are not familiar with this interview. I know it's hard to watch Meghan. You're going to want to see maybe a minute or two of it just to see how awful she was in this thing, and then go watch my video where I break it all down. Okay, let's look at some of the comments. I cannot believe they've left the comment section open on this thing. Now, I do want to remind you as we dive in, a big talking point on this thing was the damn pantyhose, tights, whatever you want to call them. She called them pantyhose. I'm calling them pantyhose. That she had to wear stockings, whatever. That she had to wear as part of the royal family. Why are we talking about this? Because Meghan is bringing this up to play victim with it. It is so ludicrous. And so many of you reached out to remind me, hello, since being with the royal family, okay, first of all, there were many occasions where she did not wear pantyhose with the royal family. So she's whining about it, but she would clearly not follow protocol with that. But since being with the royal family, I'm talking, what was this, like a year and a half ago? She went to the Katy Perry concert and wore them. You cannot make this stuff up. You really cannot. So she's whining about how oppressed she is, except for when it's time for her to do it by herself. And can I just say, why? Why? This picture, I'll never not think this picture is funny. I'm so not into body stuff. Again, I talk about this. I don't body shame, so I'm not going to comment. Just why? Why? Anyway, all right, let's keep going. This picture. But just a reminder, she put herself in pantyhose as well, while she's claiming that awful family that gave her everything, including the title she's clinging onto, made her wear them. Here she is wearing them on her own, unless they're still making her wear them. Just like the beige thing. I had to wear beige, even though that's pretty much all she can wear and surround herself with now. Okay, let's take a look at some of these comments. I'm so excited to dive into this with you. So again, here is the actual interview itself. Don't watch it. It's horrendous. Watch my breakdown. All your favorite YouTubers will cover it. Watch those instead. Don't give them the clicks. But it's aired 2 days ago, the same day with Love Meghan came out. And I'm hearing the rumblings, as I'm sure you are as well, that Netflix is not happy about this. How could they be? Who in their right mind is going to try to step on their own toes to draw attention away from their show. Dying to get a show, finally gets a show, tries to divert attention away from said show. You cannot make this stuff up. Not enough attention for her, so she does this train wreck interview. Oh my God. Okay. 163,000 views. I'm telling you, that's just people saying, what is this train wreck? It is what I haven't seen something like this since the Oprah interview. It really is crazy, this interview, how tone deaf she was. All right, 4,300 thumbs up. At the time of this recording, my friend, shoot, I don't have it. My friend had sent me the numbers from last night. I don't have the numbers at the time of this recording, but the thumbs out, sorry, the thumbs down like 3 to 1's what the thumbs up were. So I got to figure it's still pretty hellacious. I'll get those numbers for you. But 3,800 comments, and I maybe saw one positive comment, and even the positive comment was just like, meh. It wasn't like, it wasn't great. But let's take a look at some of these comments, shall we? In no particular order. Here we go. Come on, Emily. Emily is the host of the show. I've seen your previous interviews. You're an intelligent reporter. Debatable. I talked about her in my yesterday video. She was just so pro Meghan. She could not have been less biased. She was just totally team Meghan. There was no interview. This was just softball stuff. Anyway, come on, Emily. I've seen your previous interviews. You're an intelligent reporter who have had interesting and even more intelligent guests. Meghan cannot exactly be described as such. She does not belong on here. All she ever does is memorize a bunch of cliches and buzzwords and act them out. Yeah, that was a big problem with the interview, is the buzzwords. If I had bet $1 on every time she talked about the dishwasher commercial, I would have been a millionaire by now, probably. That's the funny thing too. You know, I talked about and I broke down that interview. I didn't even mention that she went back over that dish commercial. She did. She mentioned it again. It's crazy. Bringing this up and hanging your hat on something from a school project, and how old are you then? 5th grade, 6th grade, something like that. Like, that tells me a lot about Meghan right there. But yeah, that was something that came up during the interview. I love how she acts like these softball questions are so hard. Yes, I likened it, and I don't get political here, so I'm not talking about anybody specifically, but just in general, you know how politicians will do these interviews and they're just softballs, and you're like, they're not even answering anything. It's no hard questions here. It's nothing. What is this crap? All right, complaining about wearing pantyhose 7 to 8 years ago. Yes, unbelievable. That isn't joy. And there wasn't even a direct question about her time in the royal family. She purposely talked about having to wear pantyhose. Meghan, you live in like a 16 bathroom house now, and you still complaining about getting to live your authentic life 7 years ago because you had to wear pantyhose. It is so crazy. I mean, yeah, I went over a lot of that in yesterday's video. That's why I'm kind of moving through these, but exactly. It's ludicrous. It really is. Trying to claim oppression by pantyhose. That poor interviewer. I couldn't last 10 minutes with that woman. Yeah, I would normally think that, but that interviewer was so team Meghan, it was hard to watch. Now, some of you guys claim she was grimacing and making faces at Meghan. I don't know. I had trouble because I felt like the interviewer was so pro Meghan. It was hard. It was hard to watch. It really was. All right. Brave of them to leave the comments up. I know, right? I was so thrilled to see that. Stop using the title if you hate the British monarchy. That is something that I've seen so many people saying. That's exactly it. It is so crazy and so cringe and so hypocritical of her on so many levels, that somebody says, to continue to use the titles while banging this drum of oppression like this. It's only Meghan and Harry too can do things like that. It's so funny how she's like, oh, I had to wear pantyhose and that's so not like me. But she's literally been an actor. I thought this was such a good point. They're saying her whole life. No, she hasn't been an actor her whole life, but I get what you're saying. She was an actress where she's worn costumes. Being a royal is like playing a role, and you play the part while keeping authentic. She just couldn't do it. And now she can dress how she likes, but still can't be authentic. Exactly this. I didn't even think about it from that point of view that she was an actor. Like, and she only was there for like 72 days. What are we talking about? Yet another PR puff piece pretending to be an interview. That's how I feel too. Why have her on as a guest if you aren't going to ask her challenging, honest questions that may be controversial? Ask her how she gets out of the bed every day, knowing she's failed at everything she does. Ask her why she's continuously losing friends and family, but just wants to talk about love. She repeats the same old stories every time she is interviewed and never grows forward as a person. How many times do we have to listen to that unproven dish soap story? And then the comment goes on. But I thought that was so good. That's exactly what a lot of us are saying as well. Some women have to deal with poverty, with violence, with the other word that YouTube doesn't like. But Meghan had the toughest battle of all, pantyhose. What a warrior. Exactly that. I mean, it's to me, it's as ludicrous. Well, it may be even more ludicrous, but when she drew on the bananas, she drew on the bananas. Or when she stood there and said, "Nobody's asked me if I'm okay," steps away from a women, I think it was a women and children's center in South Africa. This is just complete tone deaf crap once again from the Harkles. She took the interviewer to a bookstore and couldn't name one book she's read. That was so funny. So funny. Okay. And thankfully, we covered the soap story and her working at Humphrey Yogurts. She's authentically boring and predictable. That's exactly it. We got all the same crap all over again. And that was funny. Took the lady to a bookstore and then couldn't answer questions about books she's read. Bloomberg didn't need a face to face. Just replay any of Meghan's old interviews and podcasts. Same old, same old. Yep, exactly that. Who knew Bloomberg gave satire interviews? I thought that was fantastic. All right. Ask her, where is Sussex? Oh, I would love to see her try to point that out on a map. I'd like to see if she knew where England was. Probably not. All right. Not Meghan being a hypocrite by saying that her critics make money by creating content. Yes, that is something she did. To her detriment, oh, the perpetual victim, when she did the exact same thing to her own family and the royal family on Netflix. Edit and Oprah. You can't make this up. Exactly. It's all fine and fair if it's her doing it, but if it's done to her, she doesn't like it. I mean, it's the same thing I talk about with Harry and Meghan both. They want to be able to talk about whatever they want, but they want to silence any of their critics. My goodness. She said oh my God. Okay. In case you don't know about this, she's trying to claim with the orders and the products that she needed that she had to order over 1 million. I tried to order 70 jars of jam and her Shopify said it only had 50. I'd be surprised if it had 50, honestly. That is ludicrous that she's trying to say she sold that. You don't think if she sold 1 million items, even if she's not saying it's 1 million jars of jam, it's just 1 million items from her website, she wouldn't be screaming that from the rooftops. She would have that tattooed on her forehead. No, I'm sorry. She'd have that tattooed on Haz's forehead to remind everybody about that. There is no freaking way. As they say, receipts or it didn't happen. Receipts or it didn't happen. I don't believe it. Her married name is Mountbatten Windsor. So this came up because she was talking about the Sussex thing. Her married name is Mountbatten Windsor, or Windsor for short. Even Harry talks about this in Spare. I remember him telling some story or other from being in the military, and they called him Windsor. So Windsor for short. Duchess of Sussex is only a title. Yes, it can be used rather than Windsor. However, in America, we don't use titles. So it is funny. A lot of people had this point too. Like, what? Why is she so stuck on Sussex? That's not even technically their last name. I'm baffled. She was employed by the royal family, and wearing certain clothing descriptions was required, aka tights, like many jobs. Nurses wear scrubs. They aren't being inauthentic because they don't wear scrubs outside of the hospital. It's part of the job. Exactly. That is exactly it. Watching with my mouth open. Oh, me too. I've been that way since watching and since reading these comments and reading your comments and everything in between. I cannot believe someone could make themselves a worldwide laughing stock. I'm sorry. Can we make an addendum to this comment? A worldwide laughing stock yet again. It is hard to be this crazy in this many interviews, but yet she continues to do this. It is beyond unbelievable. You're absolutely right. I understand if somebody screws up an interview. I don't understand how somebody is this bad this many times. It just says more about her character than anything else. The royal family's last name is Mountbatten Windsor. Why doesn't she know this? I don't know. We're all asking this question too. You got me. Fill in the answer in the comments. Why doesn't she know this? Wrong answers only. Tell me. How is Meghan going to be mad at a former classmate for making a joke about women being in the kitchen? For Meghan to later make a show where you guessed it, she's in the kitchen. I don't know either. I really don't. Your guess is as good as mine on any of this. I love these comments. 2 minutes in, and I heard her say, "You can find your story in a bookstore." Not a story, but your story. As if people can select their history or their past from numerous cafeteria style options. Well, if you're Meghan, you can. Because how many times have we heard her rewrite history? You pick a topic, she'll rewrite it. How'd you meet your husband? Your husband? That story's changed a bunch of times. Tell me about growing up. That story's changed a bunch of times. Pick anything. Tell me about your kids. Those stories change. She can't stick to a story. So yeah, if you're her, you can't do that. It's been how many years now? And Meghan still hasn't grown as a person. She still can't move forward and stop making negative comments about her time with the royal family. You get what you deserve, Mego. Can we call her Mego? I like that very much. Oh my gosh, not the dishwashing commercial. Excuse me while I stab my eyes and ears out. Well, don't do that, but that made me laugh too. I know. That's how crazy this interview was. I didn't even talk about it in the recap of the interview because that was one of the least crazy parts. This was just such a train wreck. I'm honestly like, I rarely say this about anything that Meghan's done. I'm glad I watched this one. I am, because I'm glad to be able to talk to you all about it. Again, I'm telling you, I don't mean to keep pushing it, but watch this video. If you watch nothing else of mine, watch this, because I really feel like I made some pretty darn good points about how ludicrous this was and showed the hypocrisy line by line, basically. And I feel like that one needs to get out there. It's fun to have these laughs, but it's important to keep in mind just how hypocritical the two of them are and how awful they are and how much they lie about everything. All right. I love that comment so much, though. Meghan needs to do an interview on the Candace Owens show. Megyn Kelly needs to interview her. The other one I'd like to nominate to interview her would be Nana. I never say her last name right, but I'd like to have her interview her as well. Yeah, absolutely. Let me interview her. I got this. Like I've got questions ready to go. Give me, just let me have the sit down. I got this. There's no way she would never do something like that. Even if it wasn't mean-spirited, I wouldn't set out with the intention to be mean, but I have questions that I'm not afraid to ask her. She would be afraid to answer them, but I'm not afraid to ask her. I would like to hear her sit down with anybody that was allowed to ask such questions. Let Princess Anne interview her. Let Catherine interview her. I'd love it. All right. I want to tell the world again what to think about me now in yellow. Yeah, she's in Big Bird yellow. Because I don't have to prove anything. That was a constant theme of the interview as well. I don't read, but telling later that my safe space is a bookstore makes me look well read. That's exactly it. I'm selling the rebranded tea only triple the price of the original. So poor people who look up to me and are saving up, that's something she talks about, people saving up for her stuff, just to get a piece of what I'm sharing with the world can buy my magic. I own my own story. You should know I'm not taking accountability for my past. The ones who dare to not like me secretly making my recipes anyway. That's something that she said. Poor envy peasants. I am the Duchess. I own the narrative. I never never believe what you see. I will tell you what to think. And then she adds, value, organic, authentic, children, commercial, school projects somewhere later. I thought that was great. Such good points. Oh, and we hate the royal family, but instead, the kids sorry, I read that wrong. Oh, we hate the royal family, but insist that the kids get prince and princess titles. Ask her why. I had the same question as well. A lot of us do. Same question. Wow, Bloomberg, scraping the bottom of the barrel, interviewing someone who has failed at everything business, charity, industry, venture, where she's tried. She's a master class of what not to do. That's exactly it. Oh my goodness. All right, that is going to do it for the comments. I hope you enjoyed those as much as I did. Definitely go back and watch my video. Thank you guys so much for being here. I have not forgotten about the rest of the show. I am going to keep going with the episodes of With Love Meghan. Now, I made the announcement in case you missed it. I'm so excited. Chef Matt, he was on with last season and you guys loved him. He's so great, isn't he? He's agreed to come back for whatever reason. I question his sanity. He's agreed to come back, and poor thing has been watching the episodes as well. So he's going to talk recipes, what he's seeing, what he's noticing, and answer any of your questions. So if you have cooking related questions in relation to Meghan and her cooking, or if there's a recipe that you're like, what? It doesn't seem like it makes sense to you that she's making, let me know in the comments and I'll be sure to get those over to Chef Matt because I will be talking to him very soon. I already have questions about that pasta dish I showed you from her Instagram a couple days back. That thing was a disaster. I want to get his take on how he'd fix that. But he's a lot of fun. I'm excited to talk to him. And I've been talking to Chef Marie behind the scenes. She's a friend of mine that I've brought up. She's great. She has lots of thoughts on Meghan's cooking as well. But anyway, thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I am going to link my last video. If I can do this, I'm going to try to link it at the end of this video. So stay tuned for that. And check back as I should have up another episode of With Love Meghan very soon. Also, if you notice, I've been posting a lot more shorts. Those are doing so well. Thank you. I've gotten so many new subscribers because of them, and a couple of them have taken off pretty big. So thank you for that. Please continue to watch them. Even if you watch like this video and you see shorts from it, just you watching and commenting them really helps. It helps spread my videos to new viewers as well that may not have seen my stuff. So thank you for that. Thank you for your patience on that. And yeah, that's going to do it for me. I truly appreciate you all. I love your comments. Loved your comments and your feedback. Thank you for all the lovely comments on the this video that I keep referring back to. A lot of you said you liked the red. Thank you for that. And a lot of you said you really liked my talking points on that. That means so much to me. All right, that's going to do it for me. I can't wait to bring you more stuff like this. If you want me to keep going with comments like this, I love doing stuff like this. I'm happy to do it. So let me know. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys again soon. I'm putting out tons of content right now, so check back lots. It's not even on a posting schedule. It's just as quick as I can turn it out, I will get it out to you. If there's something else you want me to cover, let me know. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate it. And I can't wait to bring you more stuff like this. Take care. Stay healthy. Bye-bye. Okay, they're gone. Hi. Oh my gosh. This interview, I have been cracking up all night. I was mad yesterday. You can tell in the red shirt outfit, red shirt video that I was mad. Today, I'm just cracking up. I really am. It's like I'm in disbelief. And that took a lot. I didn't think I'd get back here again as far as this living in disbelief land and how cringe and crazy this interview was. It's that bad. It really is. I know. I don't want to give her views. It's not for her, it's for Bloomberg. And I don't want to subject you to it because I know a lot of you say you can't even handle her voice. But it's worth watching 5 minutes of it to see how delusional she is. It is so crazy, and if you're a Patreon member, don't worry, I'll be breaking it down for you over there, don't worry, that's coming. It is so cringe and so crazy, it really is. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna leave this here, let me know what you think. It's a different look today, it's long sleeve, it's like a I don't know. I guess you call it like a polo shirt kind of thing, but I thought it was so cute with the little bow. It's actually, what did I say? Bow, not blow. It's dark blue. So it's dark blue accent with the light blue. I just thought that was cute. Sometimes the lights kind of obscure what color it is, but it's dark blue. A little dark blue bow detail. I love bows. And my necklace is dark blue. So I tried to pick up the dark blue theme. Anyway, all right. I'm leaving this here. If you stayed tuned this long, let's see. What should we comment on this one? Did you watch the interview? Let me know. What's something fun? Let's see. Um, 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 Tell me. I was trying to think of something funny. I don't know. Tell me. Caption. I know. Here you go. Ready? If you stay tuned this long, let's play a game. Caption this picture. I'm not trying to body shame. We don't have to go there, but just caption this picture. You know what pops into my head? Two things. One is, I don't know, like emu. But then also I think of that 80s song. She's got legs, she knows how to use them, but not not in the way that Megan thinks that that she's working that. You know what I mean? Like more as a parody type situation. Anyway, caption that picture if you stay tuned this long. Thank you guys so much for watching. I cannot wait to bring you more stuff like this. I hope you guys enjoyed this and have the best day. Again, check back later today. I'll probably have another episode of With Love Meghan up. And I'll talk to you guys again soon. Leave me your questions and your love for Chef Matt. I'll make sure he sees that. We'll be talking in a few days. I'm excited about that. All right. I'll talk to you guys again soon. Take care. Bye-bye. I keep doing the two-handed wave. It feels weird. I don't know why I do that. Let's try one-handed. Bye. Take care.